Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. Today we're going to be painting these adorable terracotta pots. For this project, you'll need whatever craft paint you want to use. You could always use chalk paint, but I'm just using acrylic paint. You can get it really cheap at the dollar store or at Michael's. I have a couple of plastic plates to put the paint on. I have an assortment of brushes and then these sponge brushes as well. You'll need your planters. Originally, I wanted smaller terracotta planters, but when I was reading about how big the basil and the rosemary gets, I realized I needed a bigger container. So I only did 2. I was originally going to do 3, but they are bigger so that the plants, as they grow, won't have to be repotted. And lastly, I have some potting soil, which I just picked up at the Dollar Tree since I didn't need a big bag, and some wax paper to protect my table. Okay, so I'm just looking at Pinterest to get some inspiration on what I'm going to do on each pot. I know I want to do each pot differently. One, I want a little more like whimsical and colorful, and then the other one I want to do more of maybe a whitewash or to make it kind of look rustic. So I'm just on here just kind of taking a look at some different ideas before I get started. After I picked out what color I would be using, I just used my sponge brush to start painting it on. I thought I would have to let it dry for a few minutes, and I really didn't. The terracotta just soaks that paint in, and I just had to do 2 coats, and once I was done with the 2 coats, it was dry within just a couple of minutes. So here I was just showing you what it looks like after 2 coats. Then it was time to start around the top rim. I chose like a blush pink for it and did 2 coats of it. I did choose to go ahead and paint the inside of the rim as well. I did not do this on the second pot that I did. I forgot to, but it turned out fine. But again, you can immediately start on the second coat as soon as you're finished with the first. Now for the fun part. I decided to do this cute little face that I've seen on several different Pinterest pins, and I really like the way it turned out. It is not perfect by any means, let me assure you, but I just chose, I just used a smaller brush and used black paint, and then I used a darker pink paint for like the blush around its cheeks, and then I went back over it one more time to darken up the black paint. And then I took a smaller brush and painted the little eyelashes on its eyes. Now I'm just using the end of a brush for a perfect circle to do dots all around the top rim. I felt like it was a little too plain left alone, so I did some purple dots, and then I went back in with that teal color and did some teal dots. And she's done. She just has to dry for a few minutes. I have lovingly named her Betty Sue. If you thought Betty Sue was easy to do, you're gonna love this one. All you do is just take the sponge brush and some white paint and just roughly go around it with 1 coat. It does not have to be perfect at all. And then after you go around it with 1 coat, it's already dry. Grab some sandpaper and rough it up. You can rough it up as much as you want or as little as you want. It's just going to make it look more rustic. So it just looks a little older and more worn. You could definitely leave it like that, but I wanted something extra on there. So I went and grabbed my hot glue gun and some jute twine, And as you saw, I just put a little dot of hot glue on there just to hold the jute twine in place. And right underneath the rim, I'm just wrapping the twine around and around. After I finished wrapping it around, I decided it needed a small bow. So I grabbed some more jute twine and cut some off, and I just looped it in behind the twine that was already there and just tied it like I would a shoestring. There you go. That one just looks super simple, but it looks a lot nicer than just the terracotta pot by itself. And that's it, guys. Betty Sue has basil planted in her, and then the more rustic one has rosemary in it, and they are sitting on our front porch in the sun. I hope you'll give these a shot. They were so easy, and you could do them however you wanted to do them. Use whatever type of paint you want, do any type of design. There are so many possibilities. I hope you've enjoyed my Mother's Day DIY series. And just for watching and being a subscriber and commenting below, you're going to be entered to win a $25 Amazon gift card. This giveaway is open until May 15th, 2018. Check the description box below for more details.